Alright guys, we're gonna shoot these back to back because I haven't made a video in a day or two. I've been a little busy catching up on sleep and getting some things in the house organized. Today's video is about despair. Don't despair. Calm down. I know how it could be. Those late night thoughts. I just recently had one where I felt a little insufficient. I said, I've come so far, but what does it mean? Does it even mean anything? And how much further do I have to go? It almost feels like I'm climbing a mountain and I'm still at the bottom, although I've been on this journey for almost 6, 7 years now. And then, of course, I have a beautiful, wonderful woman who snaps me out of it and puts me back on my track, which is what I need. And sometimes you need that, and sometimes if you don't have that, you're going to have to figure it out on your own. So, how? How do you do it? Obviously, I give you guys advice and I say think positively, of course. It's very easy to say think positively to somebody who's depressed, right? Or somebody who's in a cycle of despair. So first we have to think, what is despair? Despair is the enemy in our ear trying to bring us down. I believe that despair is a very hard thing to overcome. It takes a lot of spirit, it takes a lot of fortitude and a lot of willpower. So what I want to tell you guys today is it's okay. Everybody has despair. Everybody goes through sadness. But what we need to understand is that that is just a state of mind. It's temporary. So when you think, oh man, I might have walked 1,000 steps, but there's a million more. You can't look at the goal as a whole goal. You can't look at the journey entirely. You have to think about what's next, one thing at a time. And when I despair, I like to look at, of course, how far I've come. I like to look at the people I've helped. I like to look at my physical, mental, spiritual health. And I like to look at that one thing at a time builds a tower. One brick at a time builds a wall. Nobody can do anything overnight. It's essentially impossible unless we're talking about a minute task. But if you want to achieve greatness and you want to do something great and you want to change people's lives, you have to start somewhere. This channel, for instance, I wanted to grow. I wanted to grow very quickly. I want to reach thousands and thousands of people. But it starts with one. So don't despair. When you feel yourself going off that path of I'm not enough, I can't do it. Even if I do it, what does it matter? What will it change? Where will I be differently? Don't believe your own lies. Don't believe your own lies. And just remember that today is one day. You're not living 2 days in the same time. You're not living in 3 days at the same time. You're not living in multiple, consciousnesses at the same time. You have one conscious. You have one body, one mind, one day. But tomorrow you'll have another day. So think of it as a process. If you're stuck and you think that you're not going to make any achievements in life, which is sometimes what I struggle with personally. Personally, the more I achieve, the less meaningful my achievements become to me. And that's what I've been struggling for a while, for the past 2, 3 years. As I've become more successful, I've actually struggled from success. The more I succeed, the less it matters. The more money I make, the less significant the money becomes. And of course, you got to spend money to make money, but it's very difficult when in your mind, you're trying to reach a quota. I want to see 100 grand in this bank account. I want to see $1 million in this bank account. It's okay to set goals, but remember to set realistic goals, short-term and long-term, not unrealistic goals. Because if you set an unrealistic goal and you don't achieve it, like I'm going to be sober tomorrow, and then you relapse, and then you beat yourself to the ground mentally. It's okay. Tell yourself, I will be sober. Don't put a time limit on it. I will be sober. And I'm going to put urgency behind that. In your mind, say, there's urgency here. But don't time limit yourself unless you're at the verge of death and you need to do it, do it. Hey, I got to do it tomorrow, and then do it. But when you put this time limit in your head and you fail to meet your own deadline, there's gonna be a little bit of despair there, guys. So remember, you're only human. The Lord put us here to build. Such is creation of the Lord. The Lord is a creator. He's not a destroyer. He's not someone who tears foundations. He builds them. So as his children, made in his image, we must build. We have to build. And building starts within, without. Inside of ourselves, we need to build our spirit. Without ourselves, we need to build our bodies, our minds, and our relationships with the Lord and with the families and friends and any relationship, really, as long as it's impactful and it's positive. So what I'm trying to say here is, don't let yourself fall into despair, guys. Despair is a state of mind. You will pass that state of mind. You will get past it. If someone helps you, make sure to rely on them. If it's a person, great. If it's a substance, don't do it. Don't do it. Because every day you're going to need that thing. And the only thing you should need every day is water, oxygen, food, and the Lord. And maybe a couple other things, but those are privileges. Like a bathroom and a shower and a kitchen. Thank God for the most part, most of us have those things. And there's still, nowadays in age, there's still people that don't have those things. So, when you feel despair, remember that there's others that are struggling far beyond you. There's the homeless. There's people in third world countries that don't have enough to eat. They don't have a roof over their heads, man. So just believe that your mission is yours. The Lord put you here very specifically. He crafted you very specifically, just the way you are. Be happy with who you are. Be happy with your progress. Reflect on your progress. Pat yourself on the back. Don't be afraid to tell yourself that you're doing great. Don't be afraid to look in the mirror and say, I got this. Tomorrow will come and the world will reset once more and you will have another opportunity to be great, even if you didn't do it today. But every day, in my opinion, you are great. Even if you laid in bed all day, even if you as long as you're not actively hurting someone, we're made in the image of God. We're beautiful people. We're beautiful beings that were put here to do good. So don't beat yourself up if you laid in bed all day. Just know that tomorrow will be a new day, and you better hop out and you better do something, because the more you stay frozen, that is true despair. True despair is being frozen. The despair that goes on in our minds once we start to make changes, that's the enemy. He wants to bring us back into that frozen state, as I call it. When you're in that frozen state, you don't progress. Frozen states come from substance abuse. Frozen states come from nihilism. Frozen states come from, quite frankly, not pursuing your ambitions, your dreams, your careers, your education. So don't let yourself settle, and never beat yourself up for things, shortcomings of yourself. Matter of fact, pat yourself on the back every time you're hurting. Remind yourself who you are. Remind yourself that you're a child of God and you have a real purpose in this life. And just because you don't know that purpose yet, or just because you haven't achieved that goal, or just because you haven't hit that quota, or you don't have that money in the bank, or you don't have that beard, or you don't have the looks, or you don't have the six-pack, you are worthy. You are worthy of love every day. And don't let yourself be brought down by yourself. He who talks down on himself will never rise. So anyway, guys, let me know if you thought about any names for this beautiful little birdie back here. She's an amazing addition to my family. I have some fishes, 2 dogs, a cat, and a bird here in the house. So we have plenty of warmth here in the house, and pets help too, guys. So don't forget that sometimes you need support systems for despair, whether it's a girlfriend, wife, boyfriend, husband, bird, dog, cat, mother, father, friend. Find your support system, cling to it, and remember that that's what's going to drive you through. And sometimes if you don't have a support system, you got to be your own warrior. You got to have your own back. So get yourself here, push yourself forward if no one will do it for you. Pick yourself up from the ashes. Such is what is required from us. God wants us to defy that despair, break through it with love, compassion, patience, and empathy. Anyway, guys, this is a longer format video. I was personally experiencing a little despair the other day, thinking that my shortcomings rather than my successes. And I was, quite frankly, quickly stirred up. by my woman, which I'm thankful for every day. All right, guys, you let me know how you deal with despair, and keep your chin up. Don't let it fall. Keep your chin up and stay proud. You guys take care, and I'll see you in another video.